All right, guys, Scott here for the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com. Hey, it's been a pretty much a hot minute since I've been throwing some videos out there. Had a lot of stuff going on in the recent past. I had a death in the family. I moved different states, started a new job. It's just been a little crazy since the beginning of the year. So I've been off the radar for a while, but we're getting back on it. Today, we are going to do some stuff with some pinpointers. This has been a discussion in my Patreon group. We've been talking about the F-Pulse, specifically this one right here. We've been revisiting this. I had this, I traded for this a couple years ago from our Patreon member and my buddy Jerry. And Jerry actually gave me instructions a couple years ago to tune this correctly, and I just never did it. I used this out of the box, and I was just not impressed with it, put it back in the box and never opened it again. And then recently we had another Patreon member join by the name of Keith. Keith had a big interest in this pinpointer as he was learning about how to tune it and things like that, and shared his results with me. And I said, okay, enough's enough. We need to break out this thing again and take a look at it and compare it to some of these other ones that I have here and do some tests and see just what's up with this F-Pulse. And is it really worth taking another look at? I'm going to show you some amazing stuff here in a minute, but that's what the video is going to be today, just to revisit some of these pinpointers and some of the, how it does in depth. Now, we're only going to take it from the tip of the pinpointer. We're not going to look at it from a 360-degree look at it. So it's going to be a very basic air test on these. I got the Garrett Pro Pointer AT. I got the F-Pulse here, the Fisher F-Pulse. I got the Noct Acupointer here. And I have my tried and true MI6 XP, my favorite pinpointer of all of them right now. That could change based on what we're going to do here. So what I want to do now is I have a series of different things I'm going to run in front of the tip of the pinpointer, and we're going to see how close it gets till it starts detecting. Most of these are going to be around the 2-inch range, 2.5 inches, 3, and then you're going to see some stuff with the F-Pulse. Out of the box, when I first started using it, like I said, it did not perform very well, and I put it back. Since then, I have retuned it, and it has been, well, I'll just show you here in a minute. Let's get these out of the way. We'll start with the Garrett pinpointer first, because that's one most people know about and like. They use this one a lot. What I'm going to do is, since I have some nails in my workbench here, I'm going to lift the pinpointer up a bit so the tip is not on the workbench. And then I'm going to also put a tape measure here so you can see it. I'm going to try to line this up appropriately here at the tip of the pinpoint. I think it's pretty close. And what I'll do is I'll turn on the Garrett pinpoint. Now I have it all set up, each one of these set up for maximum sensitivity. I will tell you, out of the gate, the Garrett Pro Pointer AT is the loudest pinpointer that I actually own, and I think a lot of people will tell you that as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a Civil War bullet. This is a 58 caliber mini ball, 3-ringer, and we should start picking it up around the 2.25, 2.5 inch mark. That's about right. Here's a Merc dime, about 2 inches, I think. Yep, about 2 inches. Here's a KG coin, old beat up KG. About 2.5 from what I can tell there. Here is a shield nickel. About 2.5 for that one as well. Here is a silver ring, an old silver ring. About 2 inches. I have a V nickel. These are just things I had laying around. About 2.5. Memorial penny. I'd say about 2 inches for that. And I just have this drill bit laying around, we'll just run that across. So about 2 inches for that. So that's the Garrett Pro Pointer AT. Next, we'll do the, let's do the Acupointer. Now I have this set up to be max sensitivity at 9. I have tuned this correctly. It is very sensitive. It'll probably start making some noise here. I got that pretty close to the, yep. All right, looks pretty good. Let's do the bullet now. So about 2.5, I'd say, maybe 2 3/4. So a little better. Here is the KG coin. I'd say about 2 3/4. Here's the Merc dime. So about 2 inches, I think it was. Shield nickel, or I'm sorry, V nickel. About 2.5. Here's the shield nickel. About 2.5 for that as well. Memorial penny. Let's say about around 2 inches for that. Silver ring. Let's say about 2 inches. And the drill bit, again, about 2 inches. So that's the that's the Acupointer. We'll put that to the side. Let's do my faithful MI6. I have this set up to be max sensitivity as well. Get the tip of it just right. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do the bullet. So I'm getting about 3 inches, close to 3 inches there for the bullet. The KG. Almost 3 inches for that one as well. Silver ring. About 2.5, I'd say. Memorial penny. I'd say about 2.25. Drill bit. About 2.25. Shield nickel. Almost 3 inches. V nickel. I'd call that just about 3 inches. Merc dime. I'd say about 2.25 for that one as well. So I think the MI6 did pretty good. So we'll turn that one off and we'll put that back here. Now we're going to do the Fisher F Pulse. Now I'm going to tune this real quick just to see what happens here. All right, so now this thing is super sensitive. So I'm going to back this away a little bit, otherwise it's gonna go off. Yep, see how close I am to the tape? All right, I think that's gonna be the best I can do. Let's do the bullet. Remember, the other ones are hitting about 2, 2.5, sometimes 3. Let's see what this gets. Did you just see that? I'm up almost to 5 inches. And it's detecting that bullet. 5 inches. That's at least 2 inches more than everything else. KG coin. 5.5. 5 1/4. Merc dime. This was usually about 2.5 inches, about 4 inches for that. Here is a V nickel. V nickel was also hitting about 2.5, 2. I wanted to hit it at 5. Maybe I'm not lined up. Almost 5 is where it's picking that up. This thing is ridiculous. Memorial penny. About 4.5. Almost 5. Yeah, I'd say 4 3/4 actually. Here is the shield nickel. Just about 5 inches. Drill bit. About 4.5. And then my solid silver ring. I usually picked up about 2 1/4. Hitting at 4. So that's a little ridiculous. Now I don't know if it's usable in the field yet. I'm at this sensitivity level. I don't know if it'll be usable, but if it is, it's gonna be amazing. So it's just a relook at the Fisher F. Paul's pinpointer. I had to see it to believe it. Even though I got to give kudos to Jerry out there, my Patreon group, who told me about this 2 years ago, and I just had a bad experience out of the box using this pinpointer. And out of the box, this pinpointer is only set up to run you about 70% sensitivity. So you need to know how to tune it. And yeah, I mean, this thing's pretty impressive with air tests. So, you know, you guys tell me, there are hacks out there how to improve your sensitivity on some of these pinpointers, especially the cheap ones. I'm not going to show those hacks. They're out there. You can go find them. But yeah, I just wanted to show this video. I know we had been talking about it in our Patreon group, and I did a little chart for them comparison. I think the chart actually is a little different now since I've redone the test here a little differently. And but it's about the same difference. It's about giving you about 2.5 inches more in depth, and based on the sensitivity of the pinpointers. Not saying any of these pinpointers are bad pinpointers. I like them all, but my top tier pinpointer that I've always used for years has been the XP MI6. I am going to give this one a test down at the mineralized dirt down in Culpeper, because a lot of these pinpointers don't work very good down there because of the mineralized iron-rich dirt. So we're going to try this one out down there again, give it another whirl, or I might even use this at dig stock. I'll be at dig stock here in a couple weeks. So anyway, that's all for the video. Just wanted to show you, when you properly tune this pinpointer, the depth you can get with it based on yeah, compared to the other ones. So you're going to get 2.5 inches more in depth. So just keep that in mind. I'm not advocating to go buy it. I'm just showing you what I see here. All right. If you do want this pinpointer, you know, you can get them at Fort Bedford Metal Detectors, and let them know that the Mental Metal channel sent you. Reach out to John and Zach, and they'll hook you up. Or you can get one of the other pinpointers. They have them all. So anyway, give them a chance to earn your business, and appreciate that. And that'll be it for this video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another Mental Metal video.